Loot loot.
Loot, sad loot, because this may be our last ever Loot Crate video.
We're bad at remembering things, but I feel like August was the first one we did, and this is the July one, which actually arrived pretty much the day before we uploaded the last video, so right at the end of July. But it did arrive in July.
I'm kind of glad. I feel like we've accumulated enough stuff now.
And last one for the foreseeable future. Who's to say we won't opt back into one of the crate options at some point in the future, but we'll be taking at least a year off. Before we start, I have something that I want to try, if we can, with this one. Seems like quite a few of our videos seem to be quite negative, and I was like trying to work it out. And after the last one, just in time for the final episode, I finally got it. The last few have been a great t-shirt and a great figurine, and then some stuff that we're just not that fussed about. And it seems like they do front load all of the good stuff, and it's that kind of thing where you wouldn't really stop and think about it if you were just opening it for yourself. But because we're doing a video, it's actually made me stop and think. It seems like the most valuable and probably most exciting stuff is all put on the top, which means it's kind of crafting an experience where you are likely to get a little bit disappointed by the remainder of what's left in the box. So if we can, without everything falling out or without spoiling the surprise, let's see if we can do things in reverse order and see if it makes us feel any differently about the experience.
I like that. That's a good idea. Hand me that scalpel. Oh my god, is this a Bob's Burgers box? If this is a Bob's Burgers box, then I am so happy. It's a Bob's Burgers box! The main reason I love Bob's Burgers so much is because it is a scarcity in this country. It's not aired anywhere apart from on like really expensive satellite channels. It's not on UK Netflix. It's not available on most UK like web streaming services. And it's only available on expensive satellite channels, which we don't have. So it's like, I want it because I've seen enough of it to know that I like it, but not all of it that there is.
It is also the best family sitcom animation out there.
I would say even, like, not even putting it into the animated family sitcom category, in terms of the family sitcoms that are out there, it is one of my favourites. Since we're starting at the bottom, we have...
I wonder what the theme is.
The theme is animations, which I'm very happy about. I'm very glad that this is the one that we're ending on. We're really finishing on a high note. Going backwards if we can. The pin is the first thing. It's a Gene pin, and he's wearing the burger suit, and that's fantastic.
That was the thing I had spoiled, because I went on the websites following the previous video, and they already had this up there.
And then the next thing we have is a Futurama merchandise. Slurm brand drinks coolers. They smell very neoprene-y, which is just an unfortunate... Oh no, you can't like that smell.
It smells of something that I shouldn't be sniffing because I will do damage to my brain.
Yeah, I don't know quite what would fit in that because it seems slightly smaller than your average drinks cans.
Right. It might fit one of these smaller 300ml like beer bottles that I've got from Flavourly, but I don't have any of those at the moment. So it doesn't really... Oh, it does just about. It's quite snug, but it sort of fits your standard 500ml bottle. It fits the lemon juice. Nice. It's an excellent size for lemon juice. If you want to neck a bottle of lemon juice, it's excellent for that. Can...
No, not even. Oh, yeah, maybe, yeah.
It's unnecessarily snug. It's like, you really have to cram it down in there, which like, it does make it fill out the shape and make it look more like it is a slurm can. But at the same time, I don't feel like it needed to.
They're not something where American sizes of cans and things are different to European sizes of cans because of the fact that they refuse to use the metric system. So they have like...
I never considered that. I assumed that drinks cans and bottles are all just in metric. That's what they all are. I don't know. Now I can drink India Pale Lager and pretend that it's Slurm. Yay!
We have... another Bob's Burgers thing.
Yay, more Bob's Burgers!
It's the Bob's Burgers Burger Box, which I have a feeling is going to be some kind of a card game, just going on the weight of the box. Let's see if I can...
It's either construct your own Bob's Burgers pack, or it's some sort of...
I mean, it'd be really cool if it was recipe cards, because I know they've released a book of someone made all of the burgers that are listed on the special store
Oh,
throughout the
that would
series.
be cool.
Um,
I mean, pretty much anything I'm on board with at this point.
oh, very tricky open. It feels like it's going to break. Real recipes for joke burgers. It is. I was right. How cool is that? And again, very, very shrink wrapped. So just a little bit to help open it without wanting to damage the cards would be good. So it's a little recipe card box with the recipe cards. It's actually the entire book replicated in card form, I feel, because it's got the cover as one card, and then it's got how to cook a basic burger best with general burger cooking tips, which is very cool.
I'd forgotten the first episode is literally called Human Flesh.
New baconings. And it's got a picture of all the components on the back as well.
In the right art style, or at least in like a sort of cartoonish art style. It's
Well,
a bit detailed, but...
It's in the art style of what happens when the burger falls down at the beginning of the titles.
That's true.
That's what that is. Oh no, okay, it doesn't have a picture of every burger.
It has just some cool art.
Some cool artwork.
This is amazing. It's an art book and a recipe book, and you can take the cards out for easy use.
You know how you were saying how they've always got the t-shirt and figurine that we're really happy with, and then everything else is like, we don't care so much about that. Law of averages, the time you point that out, is the time that the figure is not a Q-fig, is an Adult Swim figurine of Rick, or possibly Morty. I've got a 50-50 chance. Ooh, that's some very soft packaging.
It's very weirdly packaged. It's just got little extra bits of packaging stuck in at odd intervals to keep it in place.
I suppose that's better than cable ties.
Yeah, it's better than cable ties or the whole thing where everything is so closely vacuum packed around it that it takes forever to get out. It looks like the arms are supposed to be posable and that you want to kind of squidge them back, but they are just pointed slightly to the side. It's pretty well made. The paintwork is pretty decent. Again, it's got kind of weird seams in weird places. It's like the whole t-shirt and belt combo is a separate piece from the jackets and a separate piece from the trousers, rather than it just being painted. It's actually separate bits, which is weird, but not bad particularly.
The main thing is just that characters of this animation style are not really meant to be seen in 3D, and as a result they look strange.
Like, we've always gone about how the Q-figs are really great because they have so much character and movement to them. This kind of very stilted pose is probably what you want from a Rick and Morty figure.
I know that we know people who will be very happy to have
we can offload this one straight away.
Like this, there will be no problem getting rid of this one. It's not personally our thing. This is just sod's law, isn't it? That we open the box backwards and we get a figure that
Damn
we're
you,
not that
Loot
excited
Crates.
about.
Stop reading my mind with your lasers.
There is a certain fluidity to it. Like, his legs are not just straight down, there's a slight curve to them. The lab coat, again, has a sort of flare to the end, so it's kind of like, there is movement to it. I would say it is quite a nice type of figurine. It's just that it's figurine of a particular animation style that I don't like in 2D, but is more bearable when it's in a 2D universe surrounded by other things that look that way. And in 3D it just looks mildly unsettling to me.
Considering how fiddly it is, having like little raised middle fingers, like that's turned out quite nicely. You'll find a loving home very soon.
Much sooner than Aguila, who we still have. And who
still
stares at me.
With his expressionless eyes.
I was played by Michael Fassbender. Why does no one love me?
It seems like it's Turtles t-shirt.
It's a Turtles t-shirt.
It is a Turtles t-shirt.
It's a turtle's belly, but then also...
Oh, it's the classic...
the turtle burn.
Yes.
I'm happy that if it is one form of turtles, it's this form of turtles.
Yes.
Like...
It's classic. Kind of like with the last t-shirt being Transformers, like, if you're going to go for it, then something that has many, many iterations, then you go for the classic one.
Yes.
I like the pattern. The whole turtle shell pattern, and then the brighter colour for the...
I don't want to say it's a subtle design, but it's a design that it takes a bit of looking at to figure out what it is. Like, you don't instantly look at it and go, that's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles t-shirt.
I don't know, I feel like I would, but then that may just be because I saw the logo in the neck before I saw anything else, so...
Well, I mean, just if you were imagining it on a person walking towards you, you would not instantly be able to make out all of it, which I quite like. So, there are some slots. Oh, I see!
Oh, it's
Oh, that's so clever!
Okay, this is a really good idea.
This is a really good idea. I didn't even need to... Sorry, this was not very good commentating because it was us going, so there seems to be, and then just blathering.
This is actually immensely practical and easy to put together, and it's also like more Bob's Burgers, so yeah.
It's like they knew. It's like they knew it was going to be our last one, so they sent my ideal crate. So where's the cards?
Cards, where did I put it?
So we flip the box inside out.
And, okay, pick a card, any card. What have we got then?
We have on the back, I can't remember her name, but Bob's one true love, the sacred cow. Melissa, that was her name.
That's the one. We seriously bring it to Netflix or Amazon or something, but we need.
And what we do is we just. Oh, that's a bit.
Yeah,
stiff.
I would imagine it's going to be tricky to open up the first few times.
And just slot that in there, and then display that in kitchens across the world.
Yeah,
I love that.
Actually, something to prop it up and read off.
Yeah.
If you actually have room on your counter for the box, but I guess we can put it over to the side. Yeah.
I think I know exactly where I'm going to put it. This is so cool.
As the actual.
The default don't have a card in there is the Loot Crate exclusive burger for $5.95, which I'm not completely up to date on my conversions, but I believe that's quite good. This is great. Like, this is my favourite crate that we've had. This is amazing. Yeah, this actually makes me kind of regret the fact that we're not renewing.
Yeah, but you know that if we do suddenly change our mind and renew it for straight away, then the next 4 will be disappointing, and then we'll decide to cancel it, and then we'll see what was in the 5th one, and we'll be like, ah, shit!
Yeah. The next 4 will be exclusively Star Wars and Batman merchandise. It will just be random stuff with a Batman logo on it. Like, hey, this box
It'll
of
be
tissues.
a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles t-shirt with a Batman logo. He is like the one comic character who's crossed over with everything, as well as aliens.
I would argue Scooby-Doo probably has more crossovers than Batman.
Now that's a... I don't know.
I mean, Scooby-Doo did meet the Three Stooges. Did Batman meet the Three Stooges?
Probably?
I mean, Adam West probably did.
Yeah,
meet the Three Stooges at some point.
I mean, Batman benefits from crossing over with a bunch of Hanna-Barbera stuff and other, like, sort of adverts and other random crap back in the day in, like, the 50s, 60s, 70s, but then also being part of the 90s crossover explosion.
Does that mean there was a Batman Scooby-Doo crossover?
Oh yeah, there have been, like, there was a classic, like, 1960s animated series, like, Scooby-Doo Batman crossover, like Adam West and the classic Scooby-Doo, and then I'm sure there's been one again more recently. We should go watch that now.
We should.
It's a lot of fun.
I'm very happy with this crate. I'm
super happy with this crate. My plan failed miserably, but I am happy with this type of miserable failure because it's one that gives us lots of loot that we like.
Yeah. Very happy. I feel like maybe next month we will do a recap of Where Are They Now Looters edition.
Yeah.
And show everyone where we divvied our things up to, which will be impressive because we've still got some things to get rid of.
Yeah.
Poor little Aquila. Just being there like, please, please. I know my movie was terrible, but that's no reason to dislike me. I just want to read you this sentence, which is the first sentence in the magazine. Do you ever miss the days when you spent all day watching animation? Whether they air in the morning, in prime times, or the wee hours of the night. Come with us as we surf all channels and decades, with items from childhood and adult favourites, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Bob's Burgers, Futurama, and Rick and Morty. Has the magazine been written by robots?
Oh my goodness, where has Vicky gone? There is only Bob. Hello, Bob.
Hi. Leave now, please. Just, like, go away. Bye.